Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Alright, let's talk about it. Post-fight thoughts. Jeff Horn, Tszyu went completely the opposite way of what I expected. Just a great performance by Tszyu. He's arrived. He's the king of Australian boxing now. He's the man, the best fighter out of Australia. And now it's on to bigger and better things and move on to the world stage and see if he can win a world title at 154 pounds. I was surprised how dominant Tszyu was in this fight. He just fought his fight, man. He kept Jeff at his range. He's the rangier, longer guy, which really caused Horn a lot of problems. I felt Horn could offset that with his footwork and his speed, but he just didn't have it on this day, man. He just, that wasn't the best of Jeff Horn I've seen, but he just didn't have it. He couldn't do anything from the outside, and when he got inside, Horn bullied him. Tszyu bullied him on the inside, and that's where I felt the fight could be at his advantage. Use his rough and tough style, get him to feel that pressure and feel the conditioning, make him have some resistance for the first time in his career. But Jeff Horn wasn't able to do that. Just couldn't get anything going. Wasn't able to get him from the outside. And he couldn't do anything when he got on the inside. He was getting manhandled. Tszyu was just younger, fresher, bigger, stronger. And he displayed superior technique. Picked his shots off. Picked him apart from the outside. Punished him to the body. It was a dominant display, man. Very surprised at what occurred. Of what happened in that ring today, or earlier today. It's a bad loss to Jeff Horn. This is the type of defeat that, even though he's only 32, this is the type of loss that, could really question of whether you should do this any longer. You didn't just get beat. He got dominated. It wasn't competitive. I felt this would be, a lot more competitive than that. But it could be time for Jeff Horn to hang up the gloves. If he can't beat Tszyu. Tszyu is not a bad fighter. He's got some talent. It's not like he's in a division where there's killers. There's good fighters, but there's a lot of beatable fighters. So he has the potential to win the world title. But, Tszyu is not the number one guy in the division. Maybe barely a top 10 guy. You can't beat Tszyu now, who only had 15 fights going into his belt. Doesn't bode well for Jeff Horn's future. If you can't make welterweight, then there's really no point in going on. He's had a good career. He's made some money. He's brought Australian boxing to a different level. He won a world title. Made a defense. His name, will be remembered in Australian boxing. But tonight was a terrible loss, man. Got dominated by a up-and-coming, still improving guy. But now Tszyu is proving himself against a world-class opponent. Now he needs to take the next level and fight some top guys in the 54-pound weight class. Horn has been bouncing around from weight class to weight class. He really has no set weight class. Welterweight, middleweight, back down to junior middle, and now possibly retirement. Just a devastating defeat. I went with my heart, picked Jeff Horn. It's just a sad reminder now that he lost, because I'm the same age as Jeff Horn. It's a sad reminder that, it's still there, but at the top. But my era in boxing is slowly coming to an end. We're not young anymore. 32 years old now, and the fresh young blood is starting to knock on that door. Lomachenko, watch out. Got a young, fresh fighter that's gunning for you. Tyson Fury still at the top. Just got to watch out for these young up-and-coming heavyweights that are gunning for you. Terrence Crawford, watch out. You're not getting any younger, bruh. You might end up being the next Gennady Golovkin, losing your first big fight because you're a little past your prime. That's probably going to be your fate. But, congrats to Tszyu. He said something before the fight that really, made me think. But I still went with Jeff Horn, went with my heart. He said that, Jeff is content. He's not hungry anymore. He just trains for fights. I train to get better than I was the day before. That was what stood out to me and what Tszyu said to the build-up to the fight. And he was right, man. He was younger, fresher, and hungrier. And he's getting better by the day, and Jeff Horn is not. He's just getting older. So all the top fighters of my generation need to watch out, because the young blood is knocking on that door. It is a young man's game. We're not old just yet. We're still at the top, most of the fighters of my generation. But it's a sad reminder that our era is coming to an end. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.